Khonshu! Free him! And that's all I got to say. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review this television series. And what we are reviewing today is Moon Knight, episode 4, entitled The Tomb. Let me read this synopsis for y'all real quick. Mark and Steven must find balance as supernatural threats ahead look to stop them, right? Listen, we knew from the last episode, KHONSU got put in prison. Free KHONSU! By the gods for doing these supernatural things to alert humans that they're still there. So this episode starts right at that moment because KHONSU got encased in stone and Steven passed out. When he doesn't come to until after Layla gets him in the car because Harrow's acolytes were after them, trying to stop them from getting to Ahmet's burial site. I don't know if I'm going to do a play-by-play of this whole episode because I have more questions than I do what's really going on in the episode. My first question is when the episode started, we saw the god, which one was he? I don't remember which one he was, but it looks like he took KHONSU and he placed him in a display case. And in that display case, there was other stone statues of gods. Who were there? Because I counted 9 or 10. It went by quickly. I counted 9 or 10 in that display case. Who are those gods? And why is this man got a whole display case of these gods? How many gods are there? Because there was the gods that came to the parlay, there was at least 6 or 7 of them. So in between the time Steven got there and KHONSU, what's going on? It's too much going on. But anyway, let's get back to the episode. So Layla and Steven are working their way to Ahmet's tomb. They make it to Ahmet's tomb. They notice that there was nobody outside, which was unusual. Everything was just, left. They go into the tomb and they are immediately, there's gunshots ringing out, whole lot of stuff going on. There's some evil monster running around killing the acolytes. They don't really know what's going on. They're trying to read the tomb. Steven is good about reading the tombs and figuring out where they are in the tomb. We get to Steven. They got Steven and Layla were actually kind of separated by this creature, which I assumed was one of the protectors of Ahmet's tomb that was running around because this creature took one of Harrow's acolytes and started eating on his organs and putting the leftovers in the jar. I guess he was going to, he was marinating them. He was going to kill him after a while. I'm just, I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, they get separated. Steven gets into the actual tomb and he realizes that Ahmet, her avatar was a pharaoh. And that pharaoh was Alexander the Great. So he finds her little stone. They called it a name. I don't remember the name, but her little stone figure. He finds that stone figure. But anyway, like I said, Layla and Steven are separated. Layla kills or dismembers the little beast that was following them. And then Harrow comes upon her. And, Harrow was itching to tell her that Steven had something to do with her father's death. She confronts Steven about it. Steven says, I didn't kill him. But she was like, you were there. He was like, I was there. One of the mercenaries got out of control. I couldn't control it. He shot me too. I almost died. And I'm assuming that's how he became KHONSU's avatar. That's my assumption. So she's in her feelings. Steven has the, I forgot to tell you that Mark, his personality came out. She's upset with Mark, and they're in the tomb, and Harrow's acolytes are coming, but she insists to stand there and to argue because she's upset and she's mad. The acolytes catch up with him. He pushes her out of the way. Harrow's acolytes shoot Mark, and Mark falls in this pit of water. Mark awakens. He is in this very sterile, white setting. It appears like he's in a mental institution. And he is like all the people that you have seen before, that he has seen before. There's some of the nurses. There's some of the orderlies. There's some of the patients. Layla is one of the patients in this place. Harrow is the doctor or the psychologist, and he's talking to Mark. And Mark is like, he's in a daze. He doesn't really know what was going on. He's in this daze. The Harrow is the doctor trying to do a session with Mark. And then all of a sudden, Mark escapes Harrow. He escapes the session, beats up two of the orderlies, and runs down the hallway. And he goes into this room where there is this sarcophagus. Opens it up. It's Steven. They get up and run. There's a whole nother sarcophagus there. And they're running or whatever. And then the episode ends. So that's basically what happened in this episode. So here's my thoughts on it. And I hope I explained all of this the best way I know how, because that's all the stuff that really happened. But it's the who, what, when, where, how. First of all, my first question is again that I talked about at the beginning of the show. Who are those other gods that are ensnared, that are trapped in stone in that display case? Because, like I said, I counted 9 or 10 of them. Number 2, when we got to, well, let's talk about Layla. Layla is upset because she found out that Mark knew a lot more about her father's death than he was letting on. I think he gave her Ahmed, if I'm not sure. I think he gave her Ahmed. Harrow got a good, he kind of got off on the fact that he was letting her know that the man that she's in love with could have killed her father. He just kind of got off on that, but he's sick anyway. Then we have Mark. Mark is in this mental institution. I'm thinking that was inside Mark's head. I think that was inside Mark's head. So, him letting Steven and him seeing Steven, because they embraced. They were very happy to see each other. I think what we were seeing was the fact that we were inside Mark's mind. And, Mark's mind is a little fractured. It needs help. It tries to help and heal itself as it needs to. But I think it's fractured to the point. We passed when Mark, freed Steven from the sarcophagus, there was a whole nother sarcophagus in a whole nother room. Now, I couldn't tell you if that was KHONSU or was it that third personality that be killing up everything. But they never did open that sarcophagus. They're just trying to get out of, I guess they're trying to get out of the mind, or they're trying to get out of their mental institution the best way that they know how. Y'all, that was pretty much the episode. Again, this is a series that I am not familiar with. And if I did a hack job of explaining that, I apologize. I know that after this series, I'm going to come back and kind of give my final thoughts about everything. But that's basically what happened on this episode. This episode left me with more questions than answers. It wasn't a high octane episode like last episode was with the action or anything like that. This was more cerebral, and I'm not gonna hold you. I'm a little confused, but I'm enjoying this confusion. Y'all let me know what y'all think down here in these comments. Who do you think those other gods were that were in the display case? Do you think the scene with Mark and Steven in that white sterile place, do you think that that was inside of Mark's mind? How do you think Mark is supposed to free KHONSU? Because at the end of the last episode, KHONSU told Steven to have Mark free him. And so, you remember I talked about that there was a whole nother sarcophagus in a whole nother room? Is that KHONSU in that sarcophagus? Or is it the third personality? What do y'all think? And where do you think, what happened to Mark after he got shot? Did Harold them recover his body and do anything? Because I'm thinking this is at the period of time right after he got shot, and his consciousness, his mind is moving in a certain way. What did they do with him? Did they find Layla? Because Layla has the stone figure of Ahmet, I think. So did they find that? Are they looking for it? Y'all let me know. Again, this is just one of those episodes where I'm just sitting here like, I see it. I can explain to you what I see. I don't understand what I'm explaining to you. So y'all let me know down here in this comments. How y'all liking Moon Knight? Are you familiar with Moon Knight in the comics? Have you been watching the show? If you have, tell me what you think about it. If you haven't, are my reviews giving you any pause or concern or pushing you to go watch it? Let me know in the comments, y'all. And as always, bye-bye.